Space is absolutely amazing. Just the sheer vastness of it, along with the trillions of objects in the galaxies of the universe, is crazy to think about. In this video, we're going to look at 35 interesting facts you didn't know about space. Number 1. The hottest planet in our solar system is Venus. Many people think that Mercury is the hottest planet because it's closest to the sun. What makes Venus the hottest is because it has a lot of gases in the atmosphere, which creates a greenhouse effect that causes a consistent temperature of 864 degrees everywhere on the planet's surface. Number 2. The highest mountain discovered is the Olympus Mons, which is located on Mars. The mountain's peak is 16 miles high, making this about 3 times higher than Mount Everest. It's not only tall too, it's also 114,000 square meters, which is the size of Arizona. Number 3. The sun weighs about 330,000 times more than the Earth. It's approximately 109 times the diameter of Earth and large enough that the Earth could fit inside the sun 1.3 million times over. Also, the sun is so large that it contains 99.8% of all mass in our solar system. Number 4. Footprints that are left in the moons won't disappear because there is no wind. Number 5. There are 79 moons orbiting Jupiter. Jupiter has the most moons of any planet in our solar system. And not only that, Jupiter also has the largest moon in the solar system. The moon is called Ganymede and is about 33,000 miles in diameter. This alone is bigger than Mercury, and you can see this with just a pair of binoculars. Number 6. Because of the sun and moon's gravitational pull, we have tides. This is because the moon's tidal force makes the earth and the water on it to bulge out on the side closest to the moon. These same bulges are what cause the biggest tides. Number 7. There are more volcanoes on Venus than any other planet. Venus has about 1,600 volcanoes across its surface, including a 5-mile high volcano called Mons. None of these volcanoes are erupting though, and is most likely long extinct. Number 8. Uranus' blue glow is because of the gases in its atmosphere. Uranus' atmosphere is made up of helium, hydrogen, and methane. On Uranus' upper atmosphere, the methane filters out all of the red light from the sun, but reflects the sun's blue light back into space, giving it its blue appearance. Number 9. Uranus has 27 moons that have been discovered. Out of the 27, 5 are large and 22 are small. Titania is the largest of Uranus' moons and is currently the 8th largest moon in our solar system. Number 10. Uranus' unique tilt causes a season to be equivalent to 21 Earth years. This also makes a day there only last 17 hours, 14 minutes, and 24 seconds. Number 11. Neptune's moon Triton orbits the planet backwards. This is the only large moon of any planet that does this. This is known as a retrograde orbit, and astronomers still don't know why this happens. Number 12. There are 10 times more stars in space than there are grains of sand in the world. 70 sextillion stars are visible from Earth through a telescope. If you don't know what 70 sextillion looks like, this is it. Number 13. Pluto's largest moon, Charon, is only half the size of Pluto. Also, the same surfaces of Charon and Pluto always face each other. This is known as mutual tidal locking. Number 14. A day on Pluto lasts for 153.6 hours long. The reason why it's this long is because of its slow rotation rate. Number 15. Saturn is the second largest planet. It has a radius of 36,184 miles, which is 9 times that of the Earth. But because of its low density, it only has a weight about 1/8 of the Earth. Number 16. Venus, Mercury, Earth, and Mars are known as inner planets. The reason for this is because they orbit closest to the sun. An inner planet is classified as a planet located within the asteroid belt. Number 17. We know more about Mars and the moon than we know about our oceans. We have been able to map 100% of the surface of Mars and our moon compared to only being able to map about 5% of the ocean's floor. Number 18. Only 5% of the universe is visible from Earth. 68% of the universe is dark energy and 27% is dark matter. Both of these are invisible even if you use a telescope, so that only leaves us with being able to see only 5% of the universe. Number 19. Any given moment, there are at least 2,000 thunderstorms happening on Earth. Worldwide, there is about 16 million thunderstorms a year as well. About 100,000 of these thunderstorms happen in the US alone. Number 20. If you were driving 75 miles per hour, it would take 250 days to drive around Saturn's rings. The reason for this is because Saturn's rings is roughly 175,000 miles long. Number 21. Outer space is only 62 miles away. Even though there is no official solid boundary for where space begins, the Kármán line sits 62 miles above sea level. Number 22. The reason why stars twinkle is because of the way light is disrupted as it passes through Earth's atmosphere. It's affected by winds in our atmosphere as it enters and also affected by different areas and temperatures. This causes the light from each star to twinkle. Number 23. We always see the same side of the moon no matter where we stand on Earth. The reason why is because the moon rotates on its axis at the same rate that it rotates the Earth. This is called synchronous rotation. Number 24. There are approximately 100,000 million stars in the Milky Way. This makes the Milky Way the galaxy with the most stars. Number 25. The first ever black hole is 3 million times the size of Earth. This photo came out in April 2019 and shows a halo of dust and gas 310 million trillion miles away. It was captured by the Event Horizon Telescope, which is a network of 8 linked telescopes. Number 26. On Venus, it rains sulfuric acid and snows metal. The reason why is because Venus is a very hot planet choked with sulfuric acid, which causes the planet's metal to become gas and then liquid in the atmosphere before going into the ground after the freezing temperatures turn it into a solid. Number 27. Space is completely silent. The reason why is because there is no air in space and air is needed to carry the sound vibrations. Number 28. Astronauts can grow about 2 inches in height while in space. This is due to lack of gravity in space causing the disc between the vertebrae to expand. This extra boost in height though is lost once astronauts go back to Earth's surface. Number 29. The first woman in space was Valentina Tereshkova. She did this on June 16, 1963. When she went, she spent 3 days in space orbiting the Earth 48 times before returning. Number 30. Earth's moon is moving away at a rate of 1.6 inches per year. Scientists believe eventually the moon will move out of the field of Earth's gravity, but won't happen for billions of years to come. Number 31. Astronauts can't burp in space. The reason is because of the lack of gravity in space, and this means the air in their stomachs doesn't separate and rise up from ingested food. Number 32. The first living mammal to go in space was a dog named Laika. Laika was from Moscow in Russia and was launched into space on the Soviet spaceship Sputnik 2 on November 3, 1957. Unfortunately, the dog died 5 to 7 hours into flight because of overheating and stress. Number 33. Mercury has no atmosphere, which means that there is no wind or weather. Number 34. A day on Mercury is equivalent to 58 days on Earth. The reason why is because it rotates on its axis very slowly compared to Earth. And lastly, number 35. Mars is the only planet that we can most likely live in. The reason why we know this is because in 1986, NASA found fossils of microscopic living organisms in a rock recovered from the surface of Mars.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave a like. Peace.